happy Friday, May 29th. I'm going to take you guys through your daily WOD briefing today. Let's go ahead and jump into your warm-up. You guys have a 6-minute AMRAP, so as many rounds and reps as possible in 6 minutes. You guys have 8 dumbbell goblet good mornings, 8 single arm dumbbell bent over rows, that's going to be on each side, 8 V-ups or tuck-ups, and then 8 single leg Romanian deadlifts on each side. So let's go ahead and talk about your movements. So you guys have a dumbbell goblet good morning. So you're going to hold this dumbbell up in a goblet position. So hands are going to be on the outside of the head of that dumbbell. Feet are going to be underneath your hips, and we're going to get our back nice and straight. So lock your shoulder blades in by bringing them up, back, and then down, keeping your lats and scaps pulled back together, okay? So from here, keeping our belly button pulled back towards our spine, we're going to have a slight bend of the knee. We're going to push those hips back. We're going to hinge, and then we're going to get to the very bottom of our range of motion here, okay? We're going to feel tension back in the hamstrings and the butt cheeks. Shoulders will stay on top of those hips. And then we're going to drive through our heels and then stand all the way back up. Okay, so again, belly button stays pulled back towards your spine. Push your hips back, put the load back in the back of your legs, drive through your heels, and stand all the way back up. That's going to be your good morning. Next, you guys have a single arm dumbbell bent over row. So you're going to get into a bent over position. So feet are going to be about shoulder width distance apart. Okay, slight bend of the knee. We're going to push our hips back. Arm is going to be extended in front of those shoulders. We're going to pull our shoulder blade back, elbow stays nice and tight to your rib cage, dumbbell is going to make contact with your chest, and then lock it back out. Okay, you're going to go ahead and give me 8 on each side. Next, you guys have your V-ups or your tuck-ups. So we're going to get into a hollow body position. Let's see here. With your hollow body position, feet are going to be together, toes are going to be pointed, hands are behind our head. Okay. The only part of my body in contact with the ground is going to be my lower back. So from this position, we're going to be up and touch our shoelaces or toes, and then come back down to that starting position. Okay? Most important thing here, guys, is keep those quads tight and your legs straight. If we need to scale, we can scale the tuck-ups. So we're going to still start in that hollow body position, and then pull up, bringing our knees to our chest, balancing on that lower back, and then we'll lock back out at the bottom. And then back up, and then back down. Okay. If we need to do it as sit-ups, you guys are also welcome to do sit-ups. So you'll just lean back, shoulders will touch the ground, and then shoulders and hip crease past your shoulders past your hip crease at the top. Okay. Then you guys have 8 single leg Romanian deadlifts. So with these guys, we're going to be setting up at the top. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, pick up that dumbbell. We're going to get our shoulders up, back, and then down. Okay. Opposite foot. Whatever foot is on the floor, the weight will be in the opposite hand. So from here, again, we're going to get our shoulders locked in. So shoulders are going to be up, back, and then down. Belly button's pulled back towards our spine, and we're going to hip hinge. So we're going to push our hips back. We're going to keep that dumbbell as close as we can to our body. We're going to take that dumbbell down to the floor as long as we can maintain that straight back while pushing our back leg back towards the ceiling. We're going to drive through our heels and then stand all the way back up. So we're trying to load up the butt cheeks and the hamstrings on this single leg Romanian deadlift. If you guys start to feel your shoulder coming out or losing activation of that scap, so say we get to this spot and we start to lose it, only go as far as you can maintain proper position. So that means we keep our scap pulled back, our back stays nice and straight, and we get to here, then get to that position, and then come back up. Okay, don't sacrifice form for range of motion on the single leg Romanian deadlift. Again, that's going to be 8 on each side. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and jump into part 1 today. You guys have some tempo sumo deadlifts. You guys have a set of 16, a set of 12, a set of 8, and then we're going to go back to another set of 16, another set of 12, and another set of 8. If you have weight available, we are going to be increasing that weight for that second set. So your 16, 12, and 8 of that second set should be heavier than your first set if you guys have weight available, okay? Also, if you guys are working a barbell, depending on the weight, your rep scheme may change. So if you guys look at the workout in the comment section or in the description of the video, you guys will see a separate rep scheme for barbells if you have access to that kind of weight. If the weight is light, you're still going to be doing tempo sumo deadlifts with a barbell, okay? Okay, let's go ahead and talk about what this is going to look like with a dumbbell. You guys are welcome to use two if you have access to two, or we can use one. Just make sure you're switching sides. So if I'm hitting my set of 16, I'm going to make sure I do 8 with the dumbbell in my right side, and then 8 with the dumbbell in my left side. So let's talk about these sumo squats, or the sumo deadlifts here. Your sumo position, you're going to be in a wide stance, okay? So if you think you're wide enough, you're probably not. You might want to go a little bit wider. Okay, reason being is we want to make sure that we have a slight slant to our shin when we first start to set up. Okay, so toes are going to be pointed out at an angle. We're going to be in a wide sumo stance, okay? And we're going to start the movement with a hip hinge. So we're going to shove our hips towards the back wall. Okay, next thing that's super important is going to be pushing those knees out. So make sure your knees are pushing out. And we're doing that by squeezing our butt cheeks and the sides of our legs to pull those knees out, because we need those knees to track on top of our ankles, not to cave in like bandy knees, right? So push those knees out as we go. So with the dumbbell in hand, you're going to have those shoulders up, back, and down. We're going to push the hips back. We're going to push the knees out, and we're going to lower ourselves down for 3, 2, 1. We'll get down to the very bottom of that sumo deadlift, and then we'll drive through our heels and then stand up. And then back down for 3, 2, 1, touch, and then drive through your heels and then come back up, okay? Last thing that's super important here is making sure you maintain core activation. So pulling your belly button back towards your spine and making sure you maintain a flat back all the way through that range of motion, okay? Don't let your shoulder blades come out, and never round your back to get to the very bottom of a deadlift. Again, if you guys feel like you're losing that activation of your shoulder blades, go ahead and limit your range of motion. Go as far as you can maintain proper form, and then come back up, all right? Okay, let's go ahead and talk about part 2. So for part 2 today, you guys have a workout called Play Date. You guys will be doing 20, 15, 10 of 2 movements. You guys have dumbbell deadlifts, and you guys have alternating V-ups. Okay, the dumbbell deadlifts are going to be total. So again, if we're working a single object, make sure you guys are either using both hands or you switch hands halfway through each set. So for your set of 20, you'll do 10 with the dumbbell in the right hand, and then 10 with the dumbbell in your left hand. Okay? Or we can use one single object and I'll demo both. So with your dumbbell deadlifts, we're going to grab both heads of the deadlift or the dumbbell. Feet are going to be underneath your hips. Okay? Feet are facing forward. Again, we're going to have our shoulders up, back, and then down. We're going to push our hips towards the back wall, keeping our shins as vertical as possible. We're going to take that dumbbell down to the mid-shin, making sure our knees are stacked on top of our shoelaces and shoulders stay back. We're going to drive through our heels and then stand all the way up. Okay? Make sure you're loading up the hamstrings, the back of your legs, and your butt cheeks, and your belly button stays nice and tight towards your spine all the way through. Okay? You guys can also do single arm dumbbell deadlifts, so same concept here. All right. Or you guys can use a barbell. You guys have a barbell, hands are going to be just outside hip width distance, and then same concept. Hips are going to go back. That barbell is going to touch the ground, the weights will touch the floor. You'll drive through your heels and come all the way back up. Okay. Most important thing here, guys, is to maintain that flat back. All right. Next, you guys have your alternating V-ups. So with these guys, you're going to be in a hollow body position. So feet are together, toes are pointed, arms are extended back behind your head. Okay, we're going to bring our left hand to our right foot and then back down to our hollow body position. And then right hand to left foot, back down to that hollow body position, making sure our legs stay straight, quads are tight. And then we start in our hollow body position and we end in our hollow body position. Okay, a couple things I don't want to see. I don't want to see this. Okay, make sure you start again extended in that hollow body position, and we come up to meet our hands to our feet in the middle of that V. If we're going to be scaling, we can scale to alternating pike up. So you guys can bring one knee up, back out, another knee up, or we can scale to tuck ups. Okay, the same concept. Start in hollow body, end in hollow body. All right. You guys also have 1 minute and 30 seconds of rest between each set. So here's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to approach this like 3 separate sprint workouts. We are going gas pedal down, balls to the wall as hard as we can for our working time because we do get a rest, okay? Your score for today is going to be your fastest time. So obviously it'll be your set of 10, but I want to see you guys hit it as hard as you can every single set, okay? If you guys have any questions, you guys can comment below. I'd love to answer those for you guys. If you guys do the workout, make sure to post your times, and we'll see you guys back here tomorrow.